Most of you probably don't have to worry about your checking account statement because you use online banking. And that's fine because it takes about, 10 seconds to figure it out. But sometimes that's not always accurate. And by balancing a checkbook, you can find out the exact amount of money you have in 10 or a few less minutes. It's not too terrible, but it just takes a little bit of time and practice. This task is applicable to everyone because at some point in your life you're going to have to do it because we're going to grow up someday. And today I will be showing you 3 simple steps to balance it by keeping tips to organize it and adding and subtracting different deposits and transactions, and then just finding your total amount of money at the end. First off, I like to keep everything organized, and by doing this, I like to add a desk or a table with a hard surface. And I like to gather all my supplies first, so I can get it how I like it. So most likely you'll need a pencil, a calculator, your bank statement, and I have a ruler, but you can use any piece of paper to keep your stuff organized, to keep track. Because if you're anything like me, you skip a line, you mess up, and you have to restart, which is no fun and very frustrating. So doing this, it just causes less stress and just makes everything a little bit easier to do. So now that everything is organized, we have to figure out all of our, we have to get accompanied with the register and everything that it's on it. So first, I did the first problem for you. So our first check would be check 101 on September 2nd. You paid $23.50 for groceries at Dillon's. And the number on your register, that's just your check number, so you're going to put 101. And then the date, which is September 2nd, which you put 9/2. And then your description of action, you can just put where you paid it or to whom you paid it to. And it's Dillon's, and you paid groceries, so that's what you put, Dillon's groceries, on the next line. And then your price, which was $23.50. And you go to your balance, which at the start of this month was $428.32. And so you subtract the $23.50 from the $428.32, and you get $404.82. And then you keep going. So the next thing was check 102. You paid that on September 14th. You paid $76.89 for some new clothes at the Buckle. So we'll fill out that process again. Number 102, date 9/14. You paid the Buckle for some clothes, $76.89. And now your balance is $404.82, and you subtract the $76.89, and that equals $327.93. And you keep going, so on and so forth. And so now we're not going to go through all of that, but we finished. Let's say we finished, and now it's time for our last step. Our last step is to make sure our ending balance on our account statement and our ending balance on the register is the same. So we go through it, and if you keep your running total on your calculator, it should be the same as your register balance. And if that equals your ending balance on your statement, then you're done. But if not, that's fine. We have to start checking stuff off. So we'll look down at our checking summary, and it says check 101. So you check that off. And then you go up to your register, and you check that off, and that's good. And then check 102, check that off. Check it off up here. Perfect. We have another payment. We'll check that off. Check it off. But you see that you're missing one payment. That's fine. It's just an outstanding transaction. Nothing biggie. It just hasn't went through yet. So now we're going to look at our register balance. And right here it says $317.68. And down here it says $229.98. We have to make that equal the same. So you go and you find the payment that hasn't gone through yet, and we'll find that. So the payment that hasn't gone through is $87.70. So you take your register balance, $317.68 minus $87.70, and that equals $229.98. And if you look there, that's what it says on your ending balance. And that's just what we need. So today we learned that keeping your environment neat is really nice and it causes less stress. And we accompanied ourselves with the register and all the parts of it. And 2, we found that finding the ending balance isn't really that hard. And this also helps with minimizing the risk of overdrafts, which is if your bank statement goes below 0, and that just causes some extra few fees that are annoying. So, thank you.